It's just in. It's summertime and it's hot.
Hot! And we can cool you down.
That's right. Let's go.
Hey, welcome back to the BoonDocker Fast Mod Shop, and we are working on the CanAm X3. So far we've done clutching, we've done the new BoonDocker Trident muffler, and we're all the way up to 158 horsepower.
A little over 158 horsepower. We did a handful of runs at that. Stayed very, very consistent. It was right around 158 horse. One thing that we did find, however, is after we let the car sit for a few minutes and re-ran it on the dyno, we were actually down on horsepower. When we started doing some looking, our intake air temps were really, really high. They were sitting about 100 and...
Idling temperature was like 120 something.
Like 120
degrees in the dyno shop.
Yeah, about 80 degrees in the dyno shop. So what we're figuring has happened is with all of that heat, obviously with more heat, you're not going to make as much horsepower. So what we have here is our new Diablo intercooler that should help that problem. We'll let Junior explain a little bit about that.
So this intercooler is about 3 times bigger than the stock one. It's all a bar and plate core, super robust, beautiful welds. We really tried to build the nicest piece that we can build. Drops right in place of the factory one. You can put this on with no other mod. You can put just this on. It's going to be, this is a great part. I have a ton of time on this in the field and on the dyno, and the cooling capacity is just awesome. You can even tell just when you run this, and especially in the field, this side will get so hot, the intake side will get so hot you can't keep your hand on it, and the other side will just be nice and cool to the touch, which is the side feeding the engine, and that's exactly like we want it. One of the things to kind of know is that there is a lot of parameters tuning wise that as you increase charge air temperature, you start to have to pull timing, you'll have to pull boost. There's a bunch of different ill effects of being over temp. So on just the charge air, really curious to see, because some of the other buggies that we've been dynoing don't get very hot on the dyno, and this one has been getting like engine water hot. And I think this might be why, so I guess we'll see. Let's bolt it on and see what it does with that heat soak issue.
Let's see what it does.
Welcome back. We just got our Diablo intercooler installed on our X3. We did some dyno runs and looks like we lost about 50 degrees.
50 degrees in charge temps. One thing that we noticed as well with back-to-back runs is that our horsepower maintained all the way across the power band. And as we continued to run, we didn't lose horsepower. With the stock on about the 5th dyno run back-to-back, you'd start to see horsepower really taper off and start to fall. And with our intercooler, we ran a solid 8 runs, and didn't see hardly any tapers. So
one right after the other. So now we have started to change some ECU parameters at this point, but nothing as far as tuning goes. So we turned the intercooler fan on sooner and we leave it on longer, and we turned the engine coolant fan on sooner and we're leaving that on longer. So we could get about 3 runs. Our engine coolant temperature would be up above 200 degrees, would be maybe as high as maybe 208 even. And so we'd have to let it rest and come back down. And our charger temperatures are as high as 145. So now we did 6 back-to-back runs. We never saw over 190 degrees on the coolant temperature, and we were under 100 degrees on charger temperature. So everything's staying nice and cool. Really cool to see that horsepower curve stay flat. So it came up and stayed flat. You could see where we were at the end of a run. We were really starting to build a lot of charge air temperature, and that was bringing our horsepower down. So that's all in the dyno. In the dyno charts.
Show.